Welcome, everybody, to another episode of 90 Miles from Comics. And as always, I am your host, Chad, aka Y290. And for all the 90 holics in the chat, YouTube is 90. And it feels so good to say that right now. And it feels so good to be back and live on the channel. I want to thank each and every one of you in the chat that are here live with us. We'll hop in the chat in a little later and thank you individually. But before we go any further, you guys already know it's not a new comic book day Wednesday without my partner in crime, my brother from another mother. He's the captain of the Funkship Troopers. He is one hell of a guitar player and songwriter. It's my boy Javi. What is going on, Javi?
Yo, what's going on? YouTube is 90. We are back. 90 MF Comics live stream. You know what's up. New comic book day review. Let's get on with it, man. So happy to be here.
Hell yeah, Javi. I'm super excited to be here. It's going to be a little different. We're going to talk comics today, but it's going to be more of like a review of the year, some of our favorite pickups, some of our favorite storylines, maybe some of the things that we're looking forward to next year. Who knows what's going to happen? I'm just super excited to be talking about it with you guys, Javi, and this next guy on the panel. And you guys know him as the one and only D-Hide. D-Hide, what is going on, brother?
Yo, like DDP, bam. Happy Wednesday, y'all. Glad to be here. Hell yeah. Let's just do it. It's the end of the year. It's time for the best of what's happened in the year. Let's do it. I'm just ready. I got my seatbelt strapped.
I am with you right there, guys. It's been 3 weeks since we've been live. I know the channel has been a little quiet. 90's been a little quiet in the community, but I'm going to tell you guys soon that will all be over. As soon as I get done with this training with my new job, I get my schedule set, I'll be back. It may be a little different. We may have to move the show day and time once I get my schedule, but not to worry. I'll start creating a routine and you guys will see more of me. And I've been starting to get, back into my routine, as 84 likes to say. I've been only hanging out with the big time, so if you ain't big time, 90 ain't joining you. That's what 84 has been saying. But real quick though, our boy Highly Comic Bro is not joining us today. He is preoccupied, but we want to just send our love. We want to thank him for everything that he's done and for the show, for the channel. Raul, you are our brother. We appreciate you, and you will be missed on this show, but we can't wait to have you back on. And with that being said, fellas, let's go ahead, hop in the chat real quick. Of course, my NWO brother, he was first in the chat. The immortal Biggie Shaq. What is going on? We got immortal Biggie Shaq in the building. We got CMA Thunder. Thank you for joining us, brother. We also have my other NWO brother, Comic Head 84. What is going on, Kenny? Appreciate you for being here, man. We also have, we got to scroll, man. They had a nice pregame chat before we kick this off, man. Look at that. We also have aggressively relaxing. What is going on? We have Mr. G, Mr. Gretzky. What's going on, man? My boy Hoodat. Them Saints are looking real good. I know he's taking all bets. If you want to go up against the Saints, Hoodat will go ahead and take your bet. So make sure you go hit him up if you need that. I appreciate you guys for being here. And anyone else that joined us, we got my boy Robbie in the building from Pop Culture Philosophers. What is going on, Robbie? It is a pleasure to have you here for our live show. A little different from our normal show, but it's great to have you in here, man. So, guys, let's just go ahead and let's just talk about, some of our favorite moments, some of our favorite books of 2019. Does anyone have anything that just like pops off right off the head for them or no? Oh, you're like, I'll get reads. All right, so here it is. Once in Future. Go ahead, Javi.
Once in Future, number one. I believe it got up to 3 or 4 issues up until like now, the end of 2019. This is Kieran Gillen and Dan Mora. They are the same creative team that worked on Die, the indie Image title. It's an indie series by Image. Boom Studios. What am I talking about?
Yeah, bro, come on, get with it, Javi. Get with it.
But they did Die, and Die got super, super popular, blew up, and then they came out with Once and Future. Let me see if I can pull it up here, but I picked up the retailer incentive variant as well, and I was so happy, to get my hands on this copy, score myself one of these copies. I just knew like this book was right up my alley. It's fantasy mixed with some modern goodness. It tells a story about King Arthur and this sort of prophecy that could be taken in two ways. It could be good or bad, and just the characterization and the writing is so good. And I just really, really enjoyed this indie series. I mean, it only got up to 3 or 4 issues in 2019, so it was just like, it was very, very tasteful. We didn't get too much, but we didn't get too little. And what we got was amazing. Each issue was spot on. It continued after, it was very continuous, so the story flowed very well. And man, the art inside of this is amazing. The art and the colors flow so well.
Yeah, definitely a book that a lot of people in the community were hot on, and a lot of people still are very high on that title. So definitely,
Granny ain't no joke. That's right.
if you guys have not read, definitely recommend it. Right there from the Conquistador himself. So it was one of your picks of the year, or would you say that was your pick of the year, Javi?
I would say that's my pick of the year, man. With all the Marvel events that came out, and even all the DC events that came out, and there was some good stuff. Don't get me wrong, some great stuff coming out superhero wise. But I just felt like what we got in 2019 for this series, it was just great. Like I said, it wasn't too much. We didn't have to dive too much into the story or into like the universe of it all. It was just very well laid out, nice and concrete in these issues. And yeah, man, it was really good. My top pick.
All right, there it is. The Conquistador Javi, top pick of 2019, Once and Future. And you're already getting a lot of love in the chat saying, a lot of people loved it. Thank you, Manny, the comic collector, for joining us. We got Richard in the building. Thank you. We got Kari Thrower as well. What is going on? Thank you guys for all joining us on this glorious year in review, comic book review 2019. So, hi, do you have anything that jumps into your head of, some of your favorite reads or your read of the year?
I don't think I could narrow it down to read of the year. I don't think so. There's a lot of stuff I really love this year, and a lot of stuff that was as good as the other. But the first thing that pops me, and it's because the first thing I could grab that I'll have a visual aid for, is I got to say Daredevil this year has been incredible. And it started at the beginning of the year, and it's been running strong. Chip Zdarsky's Daredevil's been one of the best runs of Daredevil I read in a long time. I like it better than the Wade run from all those years ago on the all-new Marvel or whatever the hell they were saying at the time. But yeah, Zdarsky's Daredevil is just incredible. It's been Matt Murdock reaching rock bottom and trying not to be Daredevil anymore, but just can't fight it, dealing with crisis of religion and just banging around with like some mob family daughter. Like, it's insane. It's gotten real crazy, and I love every second of it. Daredevil by Chip Zdarsky. It's been amazing this year, guys.
And definitely, that title put Zdarsky on the map, so to speak. I think everyone knew Zdarsky's name after Daredevil.
Oh, yeah. He was getting it.
I think he started to get a lot of looks after that. Not that he wasn't a great writer before. He had his following, but I think from there he was definitely looked at as one of those key writers at Marvel. And, pretty much between him, Donny Cates, I would say, and, Al Ewing, those three are like they're heavy hitters in a sense, So, no, great pick. I guess same thing, one that's just kind of right next to me because I had to move my collection, as most of you may know, for Little 90 as he makes his way into the world in the next few months. So I guess it's another Marvel title, but I'm not gonna say it was my pick of the year, but definitely one of my favorite reads of the year. And it may be my pick of the year, and didn't probably get enough love in my view. And I know if John's Comics with Kids, if he was here, he'd be right there with me. But I'm going Old Man Quill, man. I felt like this was a phenomenal run that Ethan Sachs has done. I mean, especially coming off the Old Man Hawkeye run and how all of that, just tied in very well with the the original Old Man Logan run and all that type of stuff, and it being how Hawkeye actually loses his sight and stuff like that. So super cool stuff. And then this, not necessarily like right after all of that, but in that same universe, in that same world. And I just love what he just did with that Old Man universe, so to speak. And I don't think there's been enough stories about it. I'm sad to see it end just like I saw Old Man Hawkeye. But I am happy to see that Ethan Sachs is now getting on the Bounty Hunter title from Star Wars, and it's actually going to be an ongoing title for him. And he's only done these kind of like maxi series things right now. I don't think he's been given an actually ongoing title. So I think he really deserves it, because I think he did a great job with this and with the Old Man Hawkeye run. But for like actual books that came out in 2019, I know a lot of praise to the Venom run and Immortal Hulk, which we've been on since they've come out. And I think those runs have definitely come strong throughout the year. But a book and run that has come out this year, Old Man Quill, definitely one of my top 3 picks, if it's not my top pick of the year. And definitely go read it if you haven't. Just awesome stuff, bro. Awesome stuff. And we want to know some of your favorite reads and picks of the year. So let us know in the chat if you guys can. I just saw that Robbie said he's getting ready to actually drop his top 10 reads of the year, and that's pretty cool. So definitely go check out Robbie's 10 picks of the year at Pop Culture Philosophers. A little quick plug for my boy.
Awesome.
So, bro, if you guys have not checked out his channel, definitely, man. He does a great job. His reviews are on point, and definitely need to get on his level of reading and his level of reviewing, because he's done a great job. And I guess we can also talk about some other things that we read throughout the year. I can say this, real quick. One of the things, I guess, sadly to say, and Robbie might be able to like confirm this, but definitely has been going on for a while, but a book that it seems to have ended in 2019, one of my favorite titles as well, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, because with this ending at 100, it seems like it's a wrap. So this book started, in 2000? Man, I might be wrong. Be quoting it. 14 or 12? I'm not sure, but it's been the longest ongoing title that the Turtles have had, and I think it's just come to a conclusion here in 2019. So all good things must come to an end, right? And this is one of the things of 2019 that I'm sad to see go, but I'm very happy I've been part of it, and definitely everyone should go check out if you have not done it yet. So, Javi, what's another book or read of 2019 that you love, bro?
Man, I might be stealing D-Hyde's thunder a little bit here.
Uh-oh.
Because when he brought this book up, I know I had to pull out and dig up my issues. This was a DC book, a book that, just like you mentioned as well, John's Comics with Kids would probably like this mention. A book that didn't get a lot of, I don't want to say love, but it didn't get a lot of attention, because we do love this book. It is Superman's pal, Jimmy Olsen.
You're definitely stealing Hyde's thunder. Definitely.
Yeah, I'm digging for the other thing.
man, now you guys are gonna make me go get up in the other room and start digging, man. I only got stuff.
I got it.
Yeah, this guy.
I got the Ben Oliver cover for number 2. Ben Oliver did most of the variants, the B covers for the Superman's pal Jimmy Olsen storyline. Wow, man, when you recommended this to me and when you were telling me how good this was, I was completely taken aback. I did not think that a Jimmy Olsen book would be good. I thought it was just some sort of a filler that DC was kind of putting out to, make some money. But boy, was I wrong, man. This story is super, super interesting. Fraction giving you this Silver Age tale, bringing you back to the history of the Olsons and the Luthers in colonial times in Metropolis, and that whole sort of conspiracy theory with how Metropolis was built, and bringing it back into the modern times with the whole mystery that's going on with Jimmy Olsen and how he has to move to Gotham City and things like that. It's just super, super interesting. The way that it's written is it's chopped up into sections, but it doesn't make it confusing at all. It's very, very interesting and a super, super fun read. I really, really dug this book.
Yeah, I'll second that.
12 issue maxi series. So it started in 2019 and it should be ending.
No, it counts. It started this year.
Should be ending.
I allow it. I allow it. Good stuff. Yeah. Hi, do you got another book?
Yeah, I guess I do. Jimmy Olsen definitely was going to be the next one I was going to bring up. But in keeping up with the DC theme and the Silver Age craziness, I got to say, Green Lantern this year. It started in November of 2018, but the brunt of it was this year, so that counts. Do you allow it?
Yeah, I guess we'll allow it. We'll go ahead.
All right, it's allowed. All right. But yeah, no, this has been one of the best things by Grant Morrison and Liam Sharp most of the time. This is not a Sharp issue. This is Giuseppe Camicoli. And yeah, this has been a blast. It's been the most psychedelic, like meta, just completely acid washed Green Lantern Silver Age mess around. Every issue's been so fun. Every issue's pretty much a standalone with the exception of a couple. And yeah, Grant Morrison's just been going hog wild on it. Like pretty much Grant Morrison on Doom Patrol kind of crazy. It's odd that this is a mainstream DC book in the main line, but it is. And it is getting, with the Black Stars mini that came out just now to keep this season and the second season up, it's going to be some of the craziest stuff that's going to have been happening in a comic in a while coming up, if I'm not mistaken. So Green Lantern by Grant Morrison, Liam Sharp. Yeah, if you haven't read it, get on it. If you're missing issues, get on it. Do whatever you can to get on it, because get on it.
Digitally, whatever it takes. And definitely one of those titles when everyone found out Grant Morrison was going to be on, they had some questions, but I guess in true Grant Morrison style, he's made that run quite fun. If you read it. So shout out to a couple more people joining us in the chat. My MCE family, Dark Mufasa in the chat, in the building. What is going on? I saw a couple other people too, man, but the chat is rocking and popping. So it's just flying through there. Robbie from Pop Culture Philosopher says, we read some good comics. Yeah, we'd like to think so ourselves as well, Robbie. Thank you for that. That's a high words of praise coming from you who reads a lot, my friend. So all right, so those are some of our favorite reads of the year. Guys, you have any favorite, comic book community moments of the year? Does anyone have any? I mean, I know Hyde a little newer to the comic book community. I don't know if you've been able to network with any other people outside of the show.
Not too much, but I will say one thing. The one nice thing from the community I got this year, this happened to be on hand randomly. Not trying to embarrass you, Javi, but this Love and Rockets that Javi issue 1 that Javi gave me is one of the coolest things I've got, and I got it this year for my birthday, and God bless you, Javi. Thank you.
And actually, speaking of it, happy belated birthday to Javi. Even though I wish you happy birthday on your birthday, but I guess we can do it live. Javi's birthday was on Monday, guys. So happy birthday, Javi! Killing the game. He tries to go under the radar. And when I spoke to Steve about that, he was a little upset. He goes, damn it. He goes, Javi slipped away from me, Chad. He knew what he was doing by not telling me it was his birthday. So shout out to Javi. Javi, do you have any favorite, community moments of the year?
Man, there's too many, man.
Oh, I'm right there with you, bro.
I'll pick the ones that come right off the top of my head. being able to join Comic Gories.
Oh, nice. Yeah, with the boy who had 7.
With the boy who had 7, and then being
Matt,
called
shout out to
back.
Matt. Yeah,
Yeah,
man, nice.
that was amazing. Thank you, Matt, for the boy who had 7 for all those opportunities, man. The growth of this channel, like the 90MF Comics channel, man, just bringing D-Hyde in and then getting Hialeah and then having the show when it was just us 4, that was amazing times. The inception of Stash or Trash.
Yeah, bro, like probably the best segment of the show. The only reason why anyone shows up to the show is Stash or Trash, Javi's Hot Variant Corner, where he shows us the upcoming variants and you get to stash or trash it in your collection, man. That's the best part of it, man. I hear you, Javi.
Yeah, but just bringing that into the channel. Life with 2 YouTubers. She just came into the chat. Hello.
Yo, Sharon, how are you? Thank you for being here.
Huge shout out to her. She managed to help me reach the 100 subscriber mark, and just all of her support and all of the YouTube comic book community support. Thank you guys, everybody. You guys are awesome. You guys are great. Meeting all of you guys. Chad, hanging out with you and Steve and Beth and Hialeah, and hanging out with everybody at the cons. And then that one time where I go to the con with Hialeah, and then it's the end of the day, we go back to his house, and then Hialeah just springs this up on me, man. Hialeah Comic Bro.
Shout out to Bravo once again. He couldn't join us tonight, but shout out to that man. He is one hell of a member of the community for sure.
Yeah, man. Holy crap. I mentioned this the first time we met to him. I was like, yeah, man, Huntress, that first appearance. I love that book. I love that cover. It's a very, very random book, I would say, but I just love it. And he had it. He surprised the heck out of me with it. And man, I was blown away when he gave me that. And of course, all the other AOKs.
Bro, I'm right there with you. That's probably the one thing that's, shout out to everyone that's a fan of the channel and a fan of, us, fan of me. Javi, I'm with you with the AOKs. Not to real quick, I guess if I could tell a quick story and then I'll kick it back to you, but I guess an AOK that just really like sticks out in my mind. Well, first of all, the first AOK, shout out to Biggie Shack, because Biggie Shack was my first AOK.
That's awesome.
Biggie Shack, he's strapping me up, made sure I was ready to go. So thank you for that, love, brother. And then the other one would be, my boy Brian, Take the Time Collectibles. So as most of you know that follow me here on the channel, I work with the MCE channel, which, they do more statues than comic books. They kind of brought me in to do the comics and everything like that. And, I really don't have statues or anything like that. And, I was on a show with JD and TJ the Slabdragon Watson called, Stranger Things that we collect. And it just would be the night of statues. They had me on so I could bring George on from MCE because that was like the connection with statues. I'm on there showing Star Wars pops as these guys are showing like top dollar statues between TJ the Slabdragon Watson, freaking, JD and George. So Brian saw that, and I guess he had this, if you guys can go check it out, but he sends me a Darth Vader statue because he knows how much of a Star Wars fan I am. And it was just one of the AOKs that blew my mind because, we're all comic book collectors, but to get a statue, bro, blown away. So definitely one of my highlights of the year as well. All the AOKs are highlights, but just one that like really sticks out. So shout out to Brian and Take the Time to Collectibles, man.
Yeah, man, that's awesome, man. Just because we collect comics, we don't really try to branch out, but I can only imagine that, what the heck is this? And then pulling that out.
And box shows up to my doorstep. My heart is pounding. So I'm like, yo, what is this? Who sent this to me? You know what I'm saying? So, but, just, awesome moment of the year, it just, blows me away, man, just how incredible this community really is. And like, as soon as you think you know the community, forget about it. The next thing happens, right? And then your socks are blown off even more, So, Javi, all right, sorry, didn't mean to take your thunder there, bro.
Oh man, no, it's all good, man. I just I mean, this awesome AOK from Life with Two YouTubers.
Oof, great cover.
Another amazing
Immortal
moment.
Hulk, Immortal Hulk book.
Yes, it is an Immortal Hulk book. Yes.
Love.
And then Steve, man, Steve's the madman. I wish he could be here in the chat, but just
Steve Whiting. Yeah, I mean,
bringing me that Conan like haul that I just needed to start my collection with all those Conans, man.
Yeah, trust me, I know. And he was showing me what he was gonna be setting you up with. I was like, bro, you're gonna blow that guy away, man. Definitely one highlight of the year. Hey, and I'm gonna say this, Javi. Highlight of the year for me, for sure, was MegaCon. You, Steve, Raul, just hunting. All of us just hanging out. You know, me tracking down two of the books on my list of the year.
Yes.
Two grails of mine for sure. And then, of course, just experiencing it with you guys, definitely one of the pinnacles of the year. I can't even put into words how that went. And definitely meeting Donnie Cates twice. I got to meet Donnie Cates twice. The first time I met him, I fangirled out like crazy. The second time I held my composure, was able to have a conversation with him and have a little bit more of a moment, so to speak, which was really cool. But yeah, man, meeting Donnie Cates, meeting Stegman, meeting Chris Claremont, the legend Chris Claremont, and having him sign my X-Men 94. Whoo, another highlight of the year, man. Just too many great things. But most importantly, the best things that happened to me this year was getting married and finding out I was becoming a dad. So those got to be like the cherry on top.
Yeah.
There's plenty of other things as well that I could probably go on about 2019, but it's just so crazy that the year has come to an end already,
It's crazy how things are wrapping up already, man.
Yeah.
And then, you haven't even been on the channel a year yet, I don't think. No.
I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I don't think so. No.
I mean, it seems like
I haven't been
forever now.
Yeah.
But
it hasn't even been a year.
Yeah, pulling you in was a 2019 move as well.
Hell yeah. Awesome.
So, some great stuff, man. Some great stuff. Guys, in the chat, if you guys have any favorite moments, and like I said, any favorite reads or favorite books of the year that you read, or any favorite pickups, go ahead, put them there in the chat. We'll go ahead and read them out loud. And I don't know if you guys have any favorite pickups of the year next year. I have 3. I probably have my 3 best pickups.
I have some pickups. This was another AOK, and this was a special AOK though because it was from my parents.
Oh, I hear you.
And it's signed by my mom is a big reader, so she goes to libraries a lot and bookstores and Goodwill stores, thrift stores, and they found this. It has the Tate's logo on there. The Tate's is our local comic book shop, and it's actually signed by Chuck. I butcher his last name all the time.
Palahniuk.
Chuck Palahniuk.
Yeah.
And yeah, man, I mean, shout out to mom and dad, shout out to the parents.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, all right. So definitely one of the, I don't know if it's really a pickup because it was more like a wedding gift, but definitely one of the highlights of the year. Shout out to my brother. You guys already know that Iron Man #1. I can't even get it without the glare. Sorry. So.
Oh, looks good there. Yeah.
Yeah. Perfect.
Just awesome stuff. Shout out to my brother. Just can't believe he gave this to me as a wedding gift. So shout out to me, man. Wish you were here in the live chat as well. But definitely one of the pickups of the year, man. Hyde, I don't know if you got anything next to you or anything off the top of your head that you would love.
Just pickups or Yeah, I did pick up. I don't have it near me. I have it lent out at the moment. But I got to say, picking up the series by Evan Dorkin, Beasts of Burden, is one of my favorite pickups of the year. I guess the trades are printed this year. That is such a fun read of a bunch of dogs investigating paranormal activity around a town. So good. I that's one of my favorite things I read this year for sure. But it came out years ago. But that's such a good pickup, and I'm gonna have all of them soon. That's probably one of my favorite pickups of the year for sure. And there's some other stuff I can't pull, but that's the main one.
Awesome. Yeah. Javi, you got another one that comes to your head?
I have couple. I'll do two for now. And these are thanks to Derek. Man, Derek. We had some awesome moments in 2019, man.
Yeah, we did. It's been a crazy 2019 all around.
Derek introduced me to Garth Ennis. Garth Ennis, amazing writer. And I picked up 2 trades by Garth Ennis this year because of D-Hyde's recommendations. And the first one was The Punisher, 12-issue Welcome Back Frank series. And then the second one was this Rover Red Charlie. And as far as pickups or reads of 2019, man, these are older, of course. These are older books. But I got to read them this year thanks to Derek Hyde's recommendations. And boy, am I on a Garth Ennis kick now.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Yeah, that was the goal.
And to see Garth Ennis come back onto Punisher is awesome too. And
Yes.
that's
yeah.
awesome thing of 2019, right?
Yeah, so far, I meant to mention that second issue is probably one of the best single issues of 2019.
And it's probably really hard to be like, that's one of the, and because you're only 2 issues in, but definitely.
No, that second standalone issue by itself.
No, but I'm saying like
I'm
as an
strong
overall like whole, like saying it's like the read of the year. You only got 2 issues.
Right.
You don't know how it ends, but definitely one of the great like books from 2019 that started that. Like awesome. Garth Ennis coming back to the Punisher. All right, so I did see some more responses in the chat. It looks like we have Sharon says, her favorite moments were meeting all of us. Oh, don't make us all blush, Sharon. That's too kind of you. Rena getting her book published, which is incredible and awesome accomplishment of 2019. So shout out to her. And then helping Cade getting 600 subs on his channel. So shout out to Cade making moves. I got to get on with Cade because he's making bigger moves than me, it looks like. So shout out to that guy there. Those are some great moments of 2019. Robbie buying Fantastic Four issue number 5, his grail. Definitely a grail for a lot of people, man. So congrats to you. That's a big come up in 2019, man. Great stuff. I also saw, what else did we see here? Maybe that's all I saw.
Did you see CMA Thunder, his Immortal Hulk number 2?
9.8. Nice, bro. And number 3s. That's awesome, bro. Especially that Immortal Hulk number 2, bro. That's I
think it's number 3, but 2 issues of number 3.
Oh, okay, I did 9.8.
Yeah.
Okay, you're right. You read that right. So, but awesome, bro. Immortal Hulk, one of my favorite reads. Obviously it started before 2019, but I'm still on it. I dug everything that Al Ewing's done. I dug that whole cosmic trippy thing that he did, and I like this whole Minotaur thing and how he's gone to Zemu, the original Hulk and Titan, which is pretty cool. So I like what Al Ewing's done throughout the year, bringing in older like Hulk, villains, so to speak, and then we still haven't gotten General Ross. So eventually that's got to come. I want to see that. So give us that, Al Ewing, things of 2019 that we didn't see that we want to see of next year. General Ross and Immortal Hulk. All right. My rant's over, guys. All right. And I guess another book from a pickup from 2019 for myself. For sure. Bringing up memories and reminiscing. I should have done this on that other one too. But man, my Immortal Hulk, my Incredible Hulk 102 8.0 double cover. One of the books that I found at MegaCon. One of my grails, one of my books on my list of the year. Super stoked to find it. I found it in a combo package with an ASM 300. I came up on an incredible deal that I was just short on money-wise. And shout out to my boys, Steve Whiting, and shout out to my boys, Hialeah Comic Bro. They pitched in together to make sure I got the books, to knock them off my list. And, they saw that I was just short, and they're like, nah, that's too good of a deal, Chad. We got you. Don't worry about it. And just the love of the community. So it wind up being somewhat of an A-OK at MegaCon as well. Blowing my mind, bro. Blowing my mind. So shout out to Steve. Shout out to Raul. Just one of my favorite books. Super, love the cover. And then which is super awesome is just double cover. And not to say anything, you guys can see that right there. But this is also my Hunt Championship book, because if you guys all recall, on the Tony Sanders The Hunt, one of the greatest moments of 2019, it was when your boy Y290 cashed in the first ever Comics in the Bank and successfully cashed in and became Hunt world champion. And not only was I the Hunt champion, I was the cover champ that night with
Yeah.
Incredible Hulk 105. So both Hulk books won me the Universal Hunt Championship. So another great moment of 2019. Woo! Gotta love it. Yo, and shout out to our boy Steve Whiting. There he is. He just knew when to come on. So Steve,
That's right.
Story, how you and Hialeah had to chip in, made sure I went home with this book. One of my favorite moments of 2019, and how it turned into Comics in the Bank when Y290 became the first Universal Hunt champion. Now I'm just talking super craziness. You know what, man? We can leave this up for a little bit. Javi, you have any other pickups of the year, or hi? You guys? I mean, because I got one more. I got one more.
I got pickups, and this was
I broke you, Javi.
believe this was.
But I just saw in the chat. I did not lend you. Those are yours.
Oh, sorry. Yes. Thank you.
I gave them. Just making sure you know. Those are yours.
But
that was a personal business. Need to be cleared up. Continue.
Jennifer Blood, Garth Ennis, another good Garth Ennis series. But these, I think, man, I can barely remember what I read last week. All right, but I think I picked these up at MegaCon.
Yeah, you did, and I actually picked up Thanos Quest myself this year. Another great pickup of the year, Javi. But yeah, you did pick that up it was SuperCon.
Well, I think it was one of those cons where we all met up.
I want to say it was SuperCon because that's when I got the ASM 436.
And so the guy had issue 1 for like a crazy amount of money, and then next to it he had issues 1 and 2 for a very reasonable price. And I looked through these books and I was like, man, these books are in great condition. Let me just pick these both up. And I had been eyeing these for a while. I love the 90s aesthetic. That's cosmic.
I want to say it's 80s.
80s, or it's like 80s.
It's Jim Starlin. Yeah, it's 80s. It's 80s. It's right before Infinity Gauntlet.
Yeah, it's that first series right before Infinity Gauntlet.
No,
but
great.
Yeah, it's that history of Thanos.
Yeah, I was able to come across my set at Tate's for a price that I could not believe, because at the time the set was going for like $100, and I think I came across a set for maybe, I want to say it was like $40. I was like, what? I was like, I'm picking both like near mint copies as well. I don't have them next to me to show off like Javi did, but great books, great pickups, Javi. Definitely, man. One of my favorite.
1990.
No, it was 90. Okay.
Yeah.
One of my favorite characters, bro. Of course. Yo, shout out to my boy Javi in the chat thank you for joining us, bro. That's my homie from work. Thank you for being here, brother. Man, the chat has still been awesome, bro. Like, and anyone else, if you have anything that you picked up from the year that you want to share, let us know. We'll let everyone else know as we're sharing some books we are sharing. Hi, what else you got?
Pickups. I can't honestly. I'm drained out. I can't think of anything.
He's done. He's like 2019. It's over. Let's get this show over with.
Yeah.
2020.
I had a couple not pickups. Like, I didn't really pick too much up except for like random trades and stuff that I still haven't read. So besides Beast of Burden, I can't really tout anything because my brain don't work so good.
Nah, I hear you, brother. Yeah. No worries, man. All right. Well, I got one more pickup. These are probably like the 3 biggest pickups of the year for me. And the last one, the most recent one, I think everyone knows this one as well. And come on, bro. My Incredible Hulk 180 coming back as an 8.0. I was just stoked just to get this book and to find this book. Shout out to my boy Brian, Take the Time Collectibles, because when this collection came through the shop, he reached out to me. He was like, yo, I know this may be a book on your list. They definitely graded it at a 4 or 5. I paid for it for that price, cleaned it, pressed it, came back an 8. I was mind blown because I was hoping it came back at least a 6 because I definitely thought it was higher than a 4 when I'm looking at it, So just great, bro. The 3 pickups of the year all came back 8.0s. You know what I'm saying? It was, I know it was 2019, but it was like year of 8.0 for your boy, But
That's awesome.
Awesome book. Just the first appearance of Wolverine in my eyes, because he's in that last panel. And yes, when I got the book, I opened it, I flipped through it, I saw the Marvel stamp, and I went to that last page to see it myself in its true form. And it was in its glory. And then I put it back in and never touched it again. It was a one-time deal. I took it out very carefully, flipped through it very carefully, and then closed it right up. But one of my it's probably my favorite pickup of the year just because the whole story behind it as well. Outside of the Hulk 102, because that's another one that just the story behind everything was just awesome stuff. But man, 2019 has been good to your boy 9D. I will say that.
Awesome, man. Hulk 180.
Yeah, I know, bro. Blowing my mind.
It's just gonna keep going up too, man.
Oh, so Steve just said that he got the AOK that I gave him, my X-Men number 8 that I AOK'd him from CGC. I want to know that grade. And not to say anything, but Javi AOK'd Steve a number 7.
Yep.
Which was awesome, bro. So Steve's got 7 and 8, and they come from Javi and 90. That is pretty freaking cool, man, if you ask me.
Awesome. Yeah, and he's getting both of them slabbed. Yeah, man.
Good stuff.
I wonder if he's gonna let us know the grade.
I hope so, bro. I hope so. What's up, Epicurean Eye Relief? Thank you for joining us. Happy holidays to everyone in the chat. And Robbie, thank you. It's saying for everyone to hit the thumbs up. Go ahead, hit the thumbs up if you want. You don't have to if you don't want to. We don't care, man. We're just happy that everyone's here. And it is that time, Javi. Do we have what the people want?
Oh, man.
No? We're not ready.
No.
Oh, no.
I have more books.
You got more books? Oh, okay. I was gonna say that. Let's get to some stash or trash, bro. No?
Let me see if I can pull some up. No, I did not prepare for stash or trash.
Trash? All right, never mind. So there is no stash or trash. But Javi, what else you got here, brother?
I've been searching for this book all year.
We don't have the corner. Immortal Biggie Shack says.
Chamber of Darkness, issue number 4. This was a Bronze Age sort of horror-esque title coming out of Tomb of Darkness, and they published this story. It has a Roy Thomas and Barry Windsor Smith story in here, and introduces this character, Star the Slayer, and it's a prototype for Conan. And that's why I was, searching for this book, because of the history behind that story. There's I don't want to dive too into it, but Roy Thomas is probably one of the best sword and sorcery writers out there. He wrote a lot of Conan, a lot of Conan, and a lot more sword and sorcery. But he was like editor-in-chief or something of Marvel, and he wanted the license for Conan, and he paid $250 to get the license for Conan from that estate. And he was like, you know what? If it doesn't do too hot, I'll write it. So then that way, if Marvel needs to take, like a pay cut, then they can just take it out of my check or whatever. So he put himself in that position and, went from there. Conan blew up. It was awesome. So Chambers of Darkness. And I found this like right at the cusp of the end of 2019. I found it for a great price.
Did you find it around Halloween?
I found it. No, it was when I went to Orlando for Thanksgiving.
All right. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So, right around there.
Close enough. Halloween.
Yes, and CMA Thunder's mentioning horror is making a huge comeback, and yes,
man,
that it is.
You've been seeing a lot of people, talk about horror books or start looking for those books, So
I gotta show these off for Biggie. My 3 Silver Age under $5 finds.
Yeah.
1963, 1964, 1965.
Oh, that X-Men number 8 came back a 3.5 according to Steve. So that's awesome, man. So I could, man, that's a come up, bro. I think
Wow,
that's
3.5.
it
That's
came back at 3.5 because I thought that
man.
was definitely worse than
Oh, you
that.
can take it off.
I'm gonna. Oh yeah, sorry, my bad. Now I'm looking up. I'm starting to look up typically
The
what that goes for. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Compared to what I paid for it. To see what that goes. But awesome stuff, bro. That is some great pickups, Javi, from the year. I will say that. Hyde, you had some great pickups, some great reads of the year. Oh, look, this the Silver Surfer, the Mr. Miracle.
I
Oh, yeah. Mr. Miracle felt like that was a while ago. I
yeah,
don't
this
feel
is a
like
Silver Age.
2019.
No, this is silver.
Oh,
My
that
Silver
Mr.
Age.
Miracle.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, bro.
I can't see nothing. I'm sorry. I'm trying to do something, but I don't think I'll be able
Yeah,
to
bro.
finish it out.
All right, guys. So it looks like as it's coming to the end of the year, it's coming to the end of the show. It's almost 9 o'clock. There's some other great content and some other great YouTubers that will be on tonight. So make sure you go check out the channels. I definitely know. I mean, I'm pretty sure John's Comics with Kids and Alec from White Whale, they're doing the new comic book day book club. So go check them out. I'm sure you're going to have the Comic Core go live at one point in time. But make sure you go check out all the other great comic book community creators. I want to wish all of you in the chat a happy new year and a happy holiday. Hyde, I want to wish you a happy new year and a happy holiday. I put your
Back at you,
channel
bro.
link in the description below. So guys, if you guys haven't checked out our boy D Hyde, make sure you guys go do that. His link to his channel is in the
In the
description
new
below.
year.
And yeah, do it in the new year. And same thing with my
No,
boy
do it
Javi.
now.
But be ready for
But
the
in the
new
new year.
year. Same thing. You can check out the Conquistador himself in the link below. So if you guys haven't done that, go ahead and do that. I want to thank all of you guys for being here. Have a safe, happy holiday. Have a happy new year. Until next week, guys, we probably won't be on. And then the following year's New Year. So we'll just see you guys next year. But until next year, guys, go get your books. Go read them. Go get them. And remember that YouTube is 90. Peace. Have a happy holidays, everybody.